time. Here we go. It is time for a very special episode of Dumb Luck because this is our Dummage season finale. Okay, so thank you very much for being here. Let's kick off with the news before we go any further. Lovely message from Ben on YouTube again. So I'll paraphrase if that's all right, Ben. But Ben's taken the time to write me a lovely comment, so I thought I'd just respond on camera. It's a lovely comment. It's lovely words about the thermos. He said he played it with Finn through TFA. Of course, you know TFA is there's no shortage of trauma in TFA, so that sounds like a pretty good shout. But what he actually did was he used adaptable, so he could get it in, get it out, which is actually a really, really great shout. He says he feels like maybe it's underrated. I think that's fair. I mean, underrated doesn't necessarily mean it's a really good card and everyone thinks it's bad. It could just be a slightly bad card and everyone thinks it's awful. Go Team Thermos. It certainly brought us entertainment. So it'll be our totem card. Not in this deck. I hasten to add, but we'll get to Rex and his trauma in a minute. He says he hopes my son feels better. That's very kind of you, Ben. Yes, thank you. He's absolutely fine. In fact, he didn't feel bad at all. He just tested positive. We got a bit of Arkham done, and then he went on the residential, which was pretty awesome. But we're still stuck at the big box. We just finished the big box, so we gotta go visit that museum, which I'm sure will have him on the edge of his seat. So one thing he said was after Jenny game was about killing Silas Bishop and whether that was the best move. Spoiler alert, if you haven't seen the Jenny play, she did unfortunately lose, and the biggest reason for that was because of the conglomeration of spheres. I think that's a fair comment, Ben. However, I think looking back at what happened on Blood of the Altar with Jenny, it was such a clutch play. That was the one where I had to play easy mark to cycle a couple of cards and then found the Lupara, managed to make it work. I do feel like that was the right move at the time. I think if the second Lupara bullet hadn't missed in Where Demon Waits, maybe we'd have a different story. But no, I'd definitely take on board because actually Rex didn't put Silas out of his misery, so and he got through Where Demon Waits. So actually the evidence doesn't back up my theory, but no, thanks for that. I think the thing is, Ben, I think when I'm playing Chaos, I like to sort of focus on that scenario, and it's like almost anything for the win, which is different to how I used to play it. Actually, I have to say, I think I've gone a little bit less grand strategy and a bit more, let's just try this and see what happens. But we'll see. And then his final comment is about if and when we get to Carcosa. It's an interesting discussion point there, Ben. I might mention that in the debrief. He says that he would like to see the rule that I suggested where I choose which cards leave the deck. Again, I'll talk about that in a bit more detail towards the end. And he finishes with saying a lovely quote. Is it wrong for me to say I'm looking forward to seeing how disastrously a Lola Chaos deck would be? If that's wrong, Ben, I don't want to be right. Right from the very first moment I started doing Chaos, Lola popped into my head immediately. Doing Chaos Lola is so insane that the Arkham DB actually about 50% of the time produces a deck that it immediately says this is not a legal Lola deck because her deck building seems to mess with its programming so much. That'll be a laugh, I think, Ben. I might even save that for the Christmas special. Anyway, there we go. Yeah, brilliant. Cheers, Ben. I hope you enjoy this one, and thanks for your comment. All right, what's next? I'm going to a small Arkham Knights event next this Thursday, which will probably be the day after this comes out. I don't know. Very excited, playing the Blob, playing with my Agnes, my mildly concerned Agnes deck. Going to meet up with some friends I haven't seen in a while, so that's really good. I'll let you know how that goes. What else? Okay, the final thing is I've had a bit of an issue with Chaos Cards, the app. Not Chaos Cards. Oh dear. Other board gaming shops do exist. No, Arkham Cards. And unfortunately, it's my fault. I've completely lost all my information about Rex's campaign so far. So I've actually just spent the morning watching some of the videos back. Scintillating stuff, I assure you. I've got some notes. I just wanted to see how I'd got on. I don't think I've killed a single enemy during this entire campaign. I'm pretty sure I have not killed a single enemy, which is fantastic if that is true. I can't go up to check entirely, but just to quickly take you through the campaign, bring you up to speed. House always wins, didn't cheat, no trauma, and I got what's his face, which is great. Great for us, great for what's his face. Extracurricular activity, students were saved, which is good. So the important thing there is up to that point, there's no extra tokens in the bag, no trauma, all good. Then we got to Midnight Masks, Miskatonic Museum, and I got the Necronomicon, which did put an Elder thing in the bag. Then, unbelievably, I won Essex County Express. I know, crazy times. So I actually got to keep the Necronomicon until Blood on the Altar when I got killed, and then I lost to the Necronomicon. So that's what my physical trauma is. So yeah, pretty okay run, really. I wish I hadn't taken the book, obviously, because I'd have one less token in my bag, but there we go. What can you do about that? Undimensioned Unseen, I think I got one. And then Where Do I Wait? I ended with 4 victory points, but I had Bloodlust in my Bloodthirst, in my hand, so it was 2. I do have to confess that when I was watching Where Demon Waits, I did notice, sadly, that I missed a Mythos phase. And you know, when I first started recording, I used to get really sort of stressed out about errors and oh dear, everyone's going to be furious, and I feel so silly making those mistakes. Quite frankly, every time I've seen someone make a mistake online, everyone's just said, don't worry about it. And I'm just kind of thinking, don't worry about it. These things happen. There's definitely been cases where I've squint myself on certain things. So yeah, a bit of a mistake there, but never mind. We just won't tell anyone, will we, Rex? And that is it. So I don't think I've got any more news. So here we go. Let's do our upgrade. Now this is the upgrade deck. I've put them on the wrong side. That's not normally the way I do it, is it? I've only got 2 VP. All right, so this is not going to take very long. What would be good? Another Witten Green would be absolutely magic. Let's have a little look, see what we get. 2 experience. Let's see what's going in, what's going out. All right, here we go. Are we in camera? Let's make sure we're in camera. Here we go. First card is, okay. Do you know what? This card crossed my mind. It's a shortcut. Level 2, fast, play only during your turn. Attached to your location. Attached location gains. Free trigger, exhaust shortcut, move to connecting location. Right, okay, well look, we'll talk about Lost in Time and Space in a minute. However, it does have 1 stationary location that could save me quite a few actions. It's not a bad one, it's got tons of icons. So yeah, and there's a little bit of flavour text. You know this town like the back of your hand. That couldn't be farther from the truth when it comes to Lost in Time and Space. Here we go. Let's see what we get. All right, so we're going to take card out. Let's see what we get. And it is Calling in Favours. Absolutely fine. I don't think I've played that. Was there a trick we could do with the Red Gloved Man? Choose an ally asset you control and return it to your hand. Then, yeah, possibly. But I mean, the Red Gloved Man has been incredibly elusive over the last campaign. So, operator, I'm going to need you to hang up. Ooh. Exciting times. Right, okay, so there we go. That is our final. This is the deck that has to get through Lost in Time and Space. I'll just take you for a very quick whistle-stop tour. So we've got Shortcut. We've got Encyclopedia stays in. Mind Over Matter stays in. Fantastic news. 1 Fine Clothes stays in. Working a Hunch. Run for Your Life. Unlikely. Delve Too Deep. Bit useless now. Well, no. Let me rephrase that. Completely useless now. Another Fine Clothes. Beat Cop could be handy. Hyper Awareness really, really good. Standing Revelation, I don't think I've got any. Oh, I've got Ellie. I've got Ellie Horowitz, so she might make it pop up. Teeth of Hesley, Solana Fragments. There's Ellie. Ghastly Revelation. Lots of intellect icons. My Kukri made it, and of course the Hawkeye. In terms of cards that are not allowed to leave a deck, there's my weakness. The upgraded Dream Diary is going to be fantastic because it's the one which starts with a High Shroud, and I've got this location. This is the location I mentioned a minute ago. Another dimension, so I can use. I've got that. Bring my evade up to 7. I can evade and then hopefully use a shortcut and get out of there. That works. Francis Morgan there for a bit of beefcake. Balmy Armitage for One Last Dance. Red Glove Man, the lovely Witten Green. Ace of Rods, it's proved its worth. Death, who knows? Never played that. Money's good. Intellect's good. Stirring up trouble won the last scenario for me. Seeking answers might play a role. Now this is good. Logical reasoning, I can save a load of horror. And you might say to me, Glyn, there's no need for that because you've got so much horror. However, look at this guy. Look how horrific that guy is. So yeah, maybe we can take a hit from him. Expose weakness, blah, blah, blah. Right, okay, that's enough chat. Let's get to business. I'll see you in Lost in Time and Space. Right then, friends, this is it. This is the last scenario we will play in this campaign. I'm very, very excited to play Lost in Time and Space. Remember the first time I played it, absolute bonkers, completely bonkers. Just the way the locations behave in this scenario are ridiculous. I'm not going to try and build a sort of 4-dimensional model and use these things to try and connect everything. It becomes a bit easier when you realise that there's actually sort of your starting location, your finishing locations, and then 2 tiers of location that all sort of connect cleverly, but if you see those 3 stages, it actually becomes a little bit easier. Yeah, what else have I got to say about this scenario? My inverted commas favourite play of this scenario ever was with Skids when I got to the last location, and all I had to do was resign, and I had no actions left. But I had 1 resource left, so I couldn't actually afford to spend it for the extra action. So yeah, I lost that campaign by half an action because I had one of the 2 resources that I needed. Never mind. Here we go. Good luck, Rex. You've done superbly well. Let's see if we can get all the way there. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I want to get going. I want to get this done. Let's go. Shortcut. Banger, absolute banger. Chuck it on there. That's really, really good. There's no point putting it anywhere else because most of the locations disappear at some point. Manipulate Destiny, probably not going to keep that. Expose Weakness, definitely not going to keep that. Tooth of Estley, probably not, no. And Beat Cop, yeah, they're all going. Beat Cop's great, obviously, but I'm looking for something a little bit better. Let's see what we get. Hyper Awareness, very good. Might even matter, excellent news. Francis Morgan. And the Red Gloved Man. Wow. Okay, so what are we thinking here? I'm guessing we're going to put in the shortcut. We'll put in Francis Morgan, and then we'll just save the Red Gloved Man for a rainy day. Okay, good times. I'm excited. All right, good luck, everybody. So I'm going to sort of put the map down here. I'll have my cards here. Here will be my rig, so to speak, and my threat area here. All right. Oh dear, here we go. This is unbelievable. I'll just have a quick drink of our white lemonade before we start. Delicious. Actually, no, it's not delicious. Bit warm and flat. That's my fault entirely. I left it out. Nothing to do with our white lemonade. Okay, here we go. Good luck, everybody. First action, popping that on there. Why not? Just why not? That's going to definitely save me 1 action at some point. So here's my first action, which is to play Francis. That card is fast. I've got 2 actions left. Let's just start looking for some stuff. Here we go. Second action, what have we got? It's an interstellar traveller that we've avoided, which I'm quite happy about. And here we go. Third action. No locations. All right, interesting. Interesting stuff. Okay, upkeep. What do we get? Run for your life. I would, but I know where to go to. Here we go, first doom, what do we get? And it is a Ythian Observer. Okay, so, good game, everybody. Right, what on earth are we going to do here? What on earth are we going to do here? I mean, even the red-gloved man can't do this guy in, can he? Well, he can help me evade it. I'm really just not very happy about this at all. This makes me very angry. God, I don't know. Right, okay, let's think. The problem is my intellect isn't even big enough that mind over matter is doing a huge amount of work here. I really am not keen on using the red glove man at this stage. Okay. Okay, well look, I don't know what to do. Does that help? No. Alright, okay, let's play mind over matter. Let's just try avoiding him. So, first action, we are 4 on 3. 4 on 3. That is with now this could actually work in our favour here. This is reveal another token. If we fail, we immediately get pinged somewhere else. Now, the Yithian observers will still be with us, but we'll be somewhere else. So maybe it's not actually great news. Let's have a look. What we got? It's a +1. We've passed. Unbelievable. Right, that's my first action. Second action. Now, we really want a location here, so we can skedaddle out of here. 1, 2, 3. Not a location. Third action. 1, 2, 3. Where on earth are all the locations? There's one. Okay, good. Put it into play. Put 2 clues in it. Discard 2 resources. Well, I've only got 1. After investigator leaves, either place a doom on it or discard it. Okay, then I'll trigger that. It is connected. Whew, what a narrow escape that was. Okay, so upkeep. Card. What do we get? It's the weakness that doesn't do anything anymore. Good. 1 resource. Second doom. What do we get in here? Offer of power. Well, I am obviously going to take 2 horror. Bit of a zero-brainer there. Okay, right. So let's just get these clues and see what we get. This guy hasn't got Hunter, has he? No. Right. First action, we're investigating. Do I want to do anything here? I'm only 4 on blimmin' 4, aren't I? It's terrible. Yeah, do I want to start? Maybe I want to start looking for something. Okay, let's draw a card, see what we get. That was a good choice. Second 2 actions, I'll get rid of that. Great, well done, Brown. Right, what do we got? Exposed weakness, gain a resource. Third doom going on. What is it? It is. Oh no, it's just disaster. It's total disaster. If you're at an extra dimensional location, discard it and take 1 damage. Right, we're right back where we started. And I also take a horror because of the ability, the effect on here. Right, okay. Well, that's really not very good. So what do we do here? Let's give exposed weakness a read. Play during an action. Play window. Choose an enemy or location. Test intellect X. Where X is the enemy's fight value. Already this is looking dodgy. For each point you succeed by, reduce the enemy's fight value by 1 for the next attack of this phase. It's just completely not worth it. Oh dear. We have to use the red glove man already. What's my combat? My combat is 3. 3 against 4 is a disaster. I could... No, there's no point playing hyperball in this. I think it's going to be red glove man. I hate to do it. But we've got to get out of here. We don't have time for this kind of stuff. Right. First action. With evade. Oh, sorry, the 2 skills I'm choosing, this is very important. 2 skills I'm choosing are evasion and I will choose intellect. Here we go. So 6 on 3. That's the auto fail. Second action. 6 on 3. This is this is going so badly. There's a 0, I'm going to pass anyway. Alright, third action, we need to get a location and get out of here again. 1, that's not a location. 2, that's not a location. 3, that is a location. Phew. Alright, we'll trigger that and we'll nip there. Alright, goes there. Okay, at the end of your round, either place 1 doom on it or discard it. Well, I'm not discarding it. Upkeep. Perception. Gain resource. Doom goes on there. So I am going to advance the Doom here. Oh, it's going to advance anyway. There's 3 on there. That's fine. Good news. Right, now I think all that happens here is those lovely students who did not die praise me and mean I don't have to take a horror, which is great news. So they can carry on sitting there, eating pot noodles, watching Only Connect. Here we go. Right, let's see what card we get. Red Glove Man is he still in play? At the end of the Mythos phase. He's still here. Oh, it's another Tier 2 space, which surges into a Yithian Starseeker who's over there. Okay, right. So this really, really sucks. Cheers, Red Glove Man. Right, we're kind of on our own now here, aren't we? Right, so let's investigate. I'll commit perception because I need to find something. I need to find some decent cards. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on 1. Naturally, we get a +1 and we draw 2 cards. One of them is Standard Revelation, of course, and one of them is the Ace of Rods. Who knows if the Ace of Rods has one last trick up its sleeve? Second action move, third action investigate, 4 on 1. Not going to commit anything. Oh, I dropped on the floor. Sorry. It was a -2. There we go. -2. So we've got we've got the 2 clues we need. This is just going to be a case of absolutely licking it for the exit, isn't it? Right, okay. Here we go. What do I get? Tooth Wesley, not doing much. Gain a resource. Okay, that one can discard. This one won't discard, so I'll put a doom on there. We put a doom on there. Let's see what we get. Please be a location. This is just ridiculous. I got no. Oh, no. Why are you doing this to me? Okay. Okay. Right, well I can certainly use Exposed Weakness to get 3 of these tests off pretty quickly. The problem is, if I'm still here at the end of the turn, I'm just going to put a Doom on here, a Doom on here, and the Doom advances again, but I don't really have much choice, do I? So I can't evade him. So let's just start fighting. I'll play now. Okay, so we're testing Intellect against Fights. This is 3 on 1. 4 on 1, what am I talking about? Buffoon. 4 on 1. Okay, it's -1, so I've reduced his fight to 0. So here we go. First attack. Attack! Second attack. Another attack. Here it comes. Good. Yes, -5 in your face. Third attack. Oh dear, it's going terribly. 3 damage. It's the blooming conglomeration of spheres ruining everything yet again. Okay, so he attacks me. That goes there, that goes there. Now to 4 damage, 2 damage and 4 sanity. Horror, should I say? Upkeep is Hawkeye. That's really not very much help. Gain a resource. Gain a do. We need a location. Give us a wormhole. Oh, I haven't got any assets to shuffle into the deck. That's how bad things are going. Right. During your turn, remove Ace of Rods from the game. You may take an additional action this turn during which you get +2 to each of your skills. No. Right. Oh, I'm just going to be standing here fighting, aren't I? What am I doing? I forgot. The Doom advances. Does that change anything? I mean, it would have meant that I shuffled the encounter deck, but whatever. So I've got to do this willpower check, which is against 3, because 3 people were sacrificed to Yog Sothoth. I might as well chuck these 2 in here, so I'm now going 5 on 3. It's damage. I mean, it would be damage, wouldn't it? If I fail. I passed. Right, okay, then I got that card. Right, this is getting a bit silly now. I'm really not too sure what to do. The skulls are still on my side. I can take another whack. I can take a couple of whacks. I think I'll just have to keep going, which sucks massively. Here we go, fighting 2 on 1. I'm waiting for something to help me, some card to help me. I can't evade him. I can't play One for Your Life. First action, miss. Second action, hit. Third action. This is so boring. This is so boring. Hit. Oh my god, he's almost dead. Right, upkeep. Fine clothes. Goodness sake. Right, upkeep, sorry. Sorry, I've been attacked, so I've got 3 damage. I'm almost desperate. Doom. Just willpower 5. For each point you fail by discard cards. So 3 on 5. Okay, if I could fail this with the cultist, that'd be great. No, it's failed by 2. So 1, logical reasoning, 2, Henry Armitage. Right. Well, I might as well try and kill him now after all this effort. First action, 2 on 1. He's dead. Great. Rex has finally killed an enemy. Did that pause it? Right, apologies about that. My phone came up with a low battery thing and I thought it might stop recording, but it hasn't. Does mean I need to get a bit of a move on because I can't get a plug attached to it. I'm really in the zone now. So I've got 2 actions left and I'm facing a bit of a dilemma here, whether to play Ace of Wands or Hyper Awareness. Hyper Awareness would probably make more sense. But actually what I really need to do is get out of here. So, second action. Looking for a location. Prismatic Cascade. When discard, may be able to discard a random card from your hand. Oh dear, oh dear. See what we get. One for your life. Ah, that's a shame. Okay, and then final action, I'll go there. Right, okay, so you might be wondering why I'm not spending my 2 clues. That's because there's absolutely 0 point at the moment. So I'm not going to. Right, I'm also not going to discard that location because there are monsters that spawn at extracurricular locations. Oh, Beacop, nice to see you. Here we go. See what we get. Wow, like that, for example. That's pretty good. At the end of the round, so he is going to move to me, but, well, what do you know? That's pretty sick, isn't it? Okay, how do I do this then? So I'm kind of tempted to play the Beat Cop. I'm tempted to do lots of things, actually. But I think really what I need to do is think for a minute. Right, he's got Hunter. He's probably is going to come in and attack me, isn't he? So perhaps I'll just accept that, embrace it, and decide whether I'm going to play the Beat Cop or the Hyper Awareness. Let's investigate first. Let's get a couple of clues. We need 2 clues to get to the edge of the universe. As everyone knows, so that we're investigating 5 on 2. Nope. Okay, 4 on 2, and then we're going to play the Beat Cop. No, then we're going to play Hyper Awareness. 1, 2. I hate you. I'm so angry. Okay, then we're going to play Hyper Awareness. Oh, why are you doing this to me? Okay, so he will hunt to me. That is connected to that. Yeah, that much I can handle. That's 2 horror and 1 damage. Upkeep, encyclopedia, resource. I'll now let that location drop. That doom goes on there. Let's see what we get. Wormhole. Hold your horses. Hold on to your hats. Things about to get cray-cray. Here we go. Where are we going? Nowhere at the moment. It's another wormhole. It's the other end of the wormhole. Oh, I'll tear through space. Rubbish. Right, actually, not that rubbish, because if I can now evade him, I can then drop him there and then he can disappear. Good. Okay, so that maybe that wasn't as bad as it looks. I also take a horror. Ooh, God, I've only got 1 more horror I can take. Disaster. Right, so I'm going to evade, move. Oh, I'm trying to play the Beat Cop, but I won't be able to afford him. Well, I could commit both those cards. Beat Cop I need in play because if I take any more horror, I'm doomed. I think it has to be this, doesn't it? So, first action, evade. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on 2. Thank you. That's what we call a good commit. Second action, I'll move. Third action, I'll play Beat Cop. So it's got a little bit of breathing space here. Right, okay, upkeep. Dream Diary. Oh. Okay, we'll let that ping there so he goes. Oh no, we can't do that because you've just moved there, won't he? Oh no, he's had his chance to move, hasn't he? You've had your chance. You've had your fun. Right, now, what we got? Endless Bridge. Right, after that happens, discard 2 resources. Alright, so what are we doing? I don't know. Well, we need these clues and we need a location. So investigate, get a location and hopefully move to it. There's a lot of hopefullys going on there, isn't there? But what else can we do? Nothing. So investigate, we are 4 on 2. Oh, I really needed that to hit. This, well, I guess if a decent location comes up, I can run away, can't I? Here we go. So, looking for a location. 1, 2, 3. No locations. Amazing. Right, so we're just investigating. 4 on 2. I mean, it was never going to be easy, was it? Oh, -5 isn't helping it in the slightest. Right, he comes in. 2 horror, which I can take. No, I can't. That's a 3, not a 0. Right, so that's all going to be cop. Okay, upkeep. Manipulate Destiny. I mean, let's be honest, it's probably going to be played, isn't it? Doom. I've completely forgotten about this guy's ability and how he adds Doom and takes clues off locations. He would have taken one off there, he would have taken a 1 off there. It doesn't matter, we'll advance to Doom now. Here we go. So, Yog-Sothoth has joined the fray, and he's there, and he's not happy. And he's going to just keep hitting us. Right, okay, let's see what we get. We don't shuffle it in. What do we get? It's tear through space. It's a clue. Right, it surges into... that's curtains. That's curtains. I can survive. So I get moved there. Sorry, if you're at an extra dimensional location, discard it, take 1 damage. Otherwise, take 2 damage. So I take 1 damage, but I've just been moved, so I take 1 horror. So I'm out through horror, but look at these lovely new friends I've made. Look at them. They're all cool. They're like a band, aren't they? Right, okay. Right, well, there we go. That's that. That was not quite what I was hoping for. But there we go. I will have a little look at that, and I'll get back to you in the debrief. Okay, cheers. Okay, and there we go. That is the end of the Dunnage legacy for Dumb Luck. These guys just hanging around like the vultures in the Jungle Book, deciding what to do. What do they do? What do they talk about? Who knows? They look like fun though. I don't know. It's all good. Right. Okay. There we go. I don't really know what to say about that. That was it was fun, definitely, but it didn't quite go to how I planned. I did want to get that half victory. Just didn't seem to go right. Yeah. Let me know what you thought. I doubt it's going to be, wow, that was very impressive. But there we go. Anyway, let's have a little look through Rex's deck. And then we'll talk about the future. So, perception level 2. Yeah, it was fine. I don't think it came up. Exposed weakness. Yeah, well, I used exposed weakness, which I'd never done before. I quite enjoyed that. That's right. It gave me... Actually, I probably would have died sooner if it hadn't been for that card, so that's quite good. Manipulate Destiny didn't get played. Emergency Cash we all know about. Yeah, Rex's Curse. Rex's Curse didn't see a huge amount during the whole campaign. The Dream Diary is superb. I really, really like that. I really like it in Rex. Hawkeye is always good. Teeth of Estley is always good, I think. Stirring Up Trouble got me here, got me to the dance. Decided to then vanish immediately as soon as I needed it. Not the ideal weakness. I think the writing was on the wall. The moment we introduced as our weakness. There we go. Delve Too Deep actually countered that weakness beautifully and did the right thing by not showing up for this. Logical Reasoning would have bought me another turn. That's about it. We've spoken about Henry Armitage a lot. Run for Your Life disappeared towards the end there and could have actually made a bit of a difference, but chose not to. Ellie Horowitz was always in Witten's Shadow, although she is lovely. Ghastly Revelation is not really a card that we need. Hyper Awareness. It's Corset. It's all good. I didn't used to be such a big fan of these cards, but they are good for Chaos play, because with Chaos play you do tend to end up with a little bit of money left over some of the time. There we go. Quantophobia. The Beat Cop. Well, he turned up and then got eaten by an Interstellar Traveller. Flying Clothes was pretty much useful. I don't remember it being very helpful for the whole campaign. Seeking Answers, there could have been something clever going on there. Didn't happen. Flying Clothes, still not very good. Connecting the Dots, did have a big Connect the Dots play in the first scenario with Rex, which is great. Shortcut was pretty well placed. You know, I mean, you have to leave that location at some point, so I can't complain that came up the first go. I don't need to talk about Francis Morgan. Solano Fragments. I don't really remember playing it, to be honest. Obviously, you know, there's a style of deck that works for. It's not this one. Ace of Rods. Ace of Rods. Wow, would it have been different if I played the Ace of Rods? I don't think it would have done, but I don't care. I don't care what people think. I like that card. I don't care. Right, there she is. Gorgeous. Yeah, very cool hat. Very cool ability, and yeah, I'm going to probably be on a deck with her very, very soon after this. Regular Man, lovely stuff. Working a hunch, I think did some work in one scenario. I forget which one it is. Encyclopedia, not so much. Astounding Revelation. Well, I managed to hit it once or twice. Death made one appearance. Why Never Matters, always good. And of course, the cookery. I mean, would it would things have been different if I'd had the cookery? Possibly. I could have embedded it into the conglomeration of spheres, but there we go. Right, okay. Do I like dunnage? I do like dunnage. I does like dunnage. I remember the first time I completed the Dunnage Legacy, which is the first time I played it, I'd just like to point out, just sorting all the cards out at the end, I found really, really exciting. It's great. Return to Dunnage is fantastic. Fix a couple of things. Makes the where dim weights just a bit more manageable for all. Just a great story. Yeah, I've no complaints. Love the investigators. Love the cards. Loved it. Loved it. Loved it. However, it is now over. So that leads us to the question of what is coming next. So I think I will push on, but I might leave it a little while. So I am going to look at doing Carcosa. Here's the problem, though. It's too hard. It's quite simply, it's too hard. I'm just, as you can tell, I'm not a great player. I don't know the card pool brilliantly. It throws up the odd bit of fun, but I wouldn't say no to a little bit of success. So I've got a few options I could do to make it easier. I'm looking for any suggestions. I mean, the most blunt suggestion is to just use easy, which I'm not completely averse to. I have played an easy a couple of times. I do prefer standard. It feels like the way I like to play it, but you know, realistically, do I stand any chance playing on standard in Carcosa? Probably not. I will probably keep doubling the experience. That was a great suggestion. It worked so well, so I'll probably do that. And then yeah, I think I will almost certainly go with the idea of keeping the cards I want to keep. So I get to choose which cards go out the deck, but I'm definitely not changing the upgrade method because that is just has caused so much amusement to me in the past. Right, okay, well, all that remains to say is just a big thank you to absolutely anybody who is watching this right now, who has watched any of my videos, who's been in touch, who's supported me. You know, to be honest, it did start as something just to help me mentally get through quite tough time, and it's helped enormously. And now I'm pushing on, having fun with it, and yeah, you know, it's not a big channel. You know, I don't have hundreds and hundreds of views or anything like that. I have a handful every week, and every 3.5 weeks. And if you're one of the people who has watched it, I'm hugely grateful. And as long as someone's enjoying it out there, then that's all that really matters to me. So take care. Go back and play Dunnage. It's absolutely brilliant. And well done, Rex. You, despite the fact that you've gone insane and lost in time and space and the world's ended, I think you can hold your head high. All right, guys. Until we return for Series 3, I will see you then. Take care, stay safe, and thanks again. Bye.